In today's episode, I need to reset an old computer of mine back to factory default settings. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it too. Stay tuned. Hello folks, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host Jerry Hansen. I have this Toshiba satellite laptop computer, and this pretty much will work with any computer. This particular one has Windows 7 loaded on it, or is it Windows 10? I think it's Windows 10. Anyway, I'll show you how to walk through it and reset it to factory default settings. Specifically, one of my viewers has a computer that belonged to a loved one, and she wants to be able to fix it. And resetting it back to factory default settings will probably help, more than likely. So let me walk you through the steps, and we'll go through it. First of all, you want to hold the Windows icon button down and press A. And it opens up this window right here. Now on this window, you want to press all settings. Now this is a bit tricky. When it comes up and it comes in the small window, be sure you open it up into full window size so you can see the rest of the options, because the other options, especially the one you're looking for, is buried. You can't see it here. So go up here and click on the full window version, and then this is the option you want. You want update security. So you click on that and it opens this up. You want to go over to recovery over here on the side, click on that, and then reset this PC. You want to get started. Now it pulls up two options. Keep my files. This removes apps, settings, but keeps your personal files. The other one basically sets it back to factory default setting. And this removes everything. Pictures, all the old files that the other person had brought onto your computer. Everything. So we're going to go ahead and select this one. And what that does is a complete sweep of all of your files and your apps that were loaded on the computer that didn't come standard with the computer. So what you are doing is resetting the hard drive back to where it was originally set when you pulled it out of the box when it was purchased from the store. So let's go continue this project. This other option came up. It says just remove my files. This is quicker. Or remove files and clean the hard drive. I'm going to go ahead and remove the files and clean the hard drive. This might take a few hours, but it will make it harder for someone to recover removed files. Use this if you're recycling your PC. So we're going to go ahead and click this. And then this option says ready to reset this PC. Resetting will remove all personal files and user accounts on this PC, all apps and programs, any changes made to settings. This will take a while and your PC will restart. So let's go ahead and hit the restart button. Or actually, it was the reset button. So we're just going to go ahead and let it run its program. It's going to take quite a while. Yeah. So when it's done, we'll come back in a video second and we'll continue. Okay, the computer now is at 99% resetting. We'll see what the next step is. This has been going slow. So if you can see my reflection right there in the screen, yeah, it's been going really slow. I've been off doing other things while it was doing it and came back, sat down when I noticed it was at 97%. So it definitely did take a couple of hours for it to completely go through this process. So we'll just sit and wait. I wanted to point out that this was my original computer. Oh, the screen just changed. We'll see what it's doing. Yeah, this was my original computer that I used. I've replaced the little cable in the screen because at one time I'd shut the screen and open it and it wouldn't work. Shut it again, open it, and it would work. So what happens is there's a little cable that frays down inside of here as it goes back and forth. I found out the problem. I troubleshot that. I went ahead and found another cable online and did a video on replacing the cable. So I'll leave the video link at the end of this show. And also I'll leave a video link on me replacing the motherboard. My sound went out on this and a couple of other features, and it was caused by a little micro resistor that blew. So I went ahead and ordered a couple of motherboards. The first one had a blown resistor. I don't know why the guy sent me that piece of junk, but I complained to him. He sent me my money back. I found a cheaper one, was able to replace it, and we got it up and running. So this is what it's doing now. I'll scroll in so you can see the text. That's what we're reading right now. We're just waiting. And it says the PC will start several times. That's where it says it right there. So we'll just sit here and wait for it. But yeah, I've done a lot of maintenance on this computer and trying to keep it running because I just simply could not go down and afford a new laptop. But I did create some valuable videos on how to repair your computers. Replace the battery twice in this. That was a simple fix. Replace the hard drive a couple of times in this. That too was a simple fix. So there's all kinds of videos I have on my Backyard Mechanic City series on repairing computers. So check all those out. I only have room to leave 2 video links at the end of this video. So I think one I'll leave for the motherboard and the other one I'll leave for the actual cable replacement. And the cable replacement seems to be a really popular video. There's a computer company in Florida that asked my permission to use that video on their website to teach people how to replace that cable. And so they use it as a training feature in their tools for their customers, which I don't mind at all because it actually drives an audience back over to my channel when they watch it. So that's cool. Here we go. It's resetting again. So it'll do this several times until it finally finishes up and does its final thing. So we'll just sit here and watch it. I also wanted to point out that I was having problems with some of the keys weren't working. I can't remember which keys weren't working, but I had a problem there. And the problem extended from when I replaced the motherboard or had the computer apart at one time. What happened was there's a ribbon cable that attaches the keyboard to the motherboard. I did not have that ribbon cable properly seated, so I just went ahead and opened up the computer again, reseated it, and it works fine. Everything works fabulous. So it's just, remember, when you're taking your computer apart and putting it back together, make sure all your ribbon cables and your plugs are securely in place. And if something should go wrong, just try reseating your computer cables and then trying it from there. I did finally give up on this computer after a while, and I just had it in storage for about a year. I just haven't used it for over a year because I bought that brand new computer. And you know what? I found that brand new computer just is not powerful enough to render the videos that I'm doing because of this new fancy camera I got. It uses more data on the chips to be able to render a TV quality video, because some of these videos I've been rendering and uploading to our producers in London for our reality show on Discovery Channel, but I had to refigure this out because this whole camera is a brand new level of learning for me. So 40% installed. One thing I want to point out with the resetting of a computer back to factory default settings, it gets all the crap off, and you're going to find that your computer is going to run a lot faster. So as you load on your apps that you want to run, say you've got to load your browser. I usually use Google Chrome. It comes loaded with, this particular one comes loaded with Windows 7. So that's the operating system. It's going to be on here by default. And then it's going to come with Microsoft Explorer. But I like to run through Chrome. It tends to be a little bit faster. But over time, as you're navigating the web, there's more updates that come to the computer and more crap that gets loaded on the computer. And so with a combination of all that stuff going into your drives and adding more apps, your computers get slower and slower and slower. And then you think you need a new computer because it's just getting slower. Well, that's just the nature of the beast. They just naturally load so much stuff on there that bogs you down. There are softwares you can buy that are safe. You can go ahead and clean everything up. But this is one way to get a computer completely cleaned up. It's overriding all the memory in the hard drive, and it's getting everything ready so you can actually donate the computer to somebody who needs a computer. And the way the system works, it's making it hard for them to get your old information off the hard drive. I don't think you guys realize that when you push delete, you don't really delete the information off the hard drive. It still remains there. It just deletes the address. Here we go. It's resetting again. But as that's resetting, we'll go ahead and continue with this conversation. The data on your hard drive, it just deletes when you hit delete the data, any program. It's still on your hard drive. It is. It just deletes the address from your Windows desktop to access that data. It's in the background. It's there, so you didn't lose it. There are free software that's available that you can actually go in and restore all the data so long as you didn't load any more data or record anything else on your computer, because it may have recorded over the top of it and ruined some of the file and made that file corrupt. So part of that file will be unrecoverable, but a lot of files will be. There's been one time recent that I accidentally deleted a whole bunch of my YouTube archive videos. I don't know how I did it. It was a stupid mistake. And I just thought, oh man, I lost everything, until I remembered there is a method that you can use. You download a simple program, and it's free. And you can just grab everything. It scans everything on your hard drive, and it recovers all of the lost video files. And you can select what files you want to recover, whether it be video files or music files, audio files, document files. So you can tell it what you want it to recover, and then you can select a drive on which to recover it to, so you can isolate where the recovered data goes to. And I was able to recover virtually all of my YouTube videos that I had thought I had completely lost, because I was very careful not to record anything else onto the computer or download anything else onto the computer. I immediately took it offline, shut the internet access down so no updates start loading onto the computer and overwriting over the top of it, because sometimes that's what happens. So I completely deleted it offline, and then I went and downloaded the that software from another computer onto a thumb drive, and then I ran that from the thumb drive, not on the computer, because if you would have loaded it onto your computer, it would have written some of your files and made those corrupt. So I went ahead and ran it from the thumb drive and was very careful about what I did, so I was able to be successful at recovering virtually all of my software. You can Google that by recovering lost software or lost files. And I use, what is it, CC Sweep, I think is what it's called. And there's another file you can actually go into and completely, it runs it 3 or 4 times over the top of your hard drive when you want to get rid of your computer. This actually overrides, writes a bunch of nonsense data over the top of your whole hard drive and renders every unused space useless. I mean, it renders it where there's no data there. You can't extract data, and nobody can use any forensic data to be able to go into that hard drive and collect information from it. I think that's something like what they are calling bleach bit or something with that Hillary Clinton and the way they swept or cleaned or wiped the hard drive. I think that's how they did it. But most hard drives, yeah, if you delete a file, it's not gone. It's in the background. You can get it through special software. So just be aware of that. Especially when you're getting rid of old computers and getting rid of your old hard drives. If you just delete, it's still there. Somebody can get into there and grab, through the method I just explained, all of your information, pull it out, and then use it. I mean, you may have sensitive information on there that you don't want anybody else to see. Just make sure you use the proper software, or take out your hard drive. Just go down to the store, buy a new hard drive, or just give the computer to somebody without the hard drive. And then you just take a drill and drill holes through the hard drive, and that renders it useless, and nobody can get data off of it. So that's one way to absolutely destroy data on a hard drive. Oh, look at that. Hi there, I'm Cortana. It looks like they're reloading Windows 10 instead of Windows 7. Yay! So let's select this microphone and mute Cortana. Oh, look at that. It says US region. We'll select yes. I assume we're going to stay in the US. I have no intentions of going anywhere else. Is this the right keyboard layout? Yes, US. Look to add a second keyboard. Skip. I like my QWERTY keyboard. I'm used to it. I've taken a lot of classes with the QWERTY style keyboard. Ethernet. Oh, no. Connect automatically. Let's see if we can connect. I'll be right back. I'm going to go hit my SDI key. This is a button that you push on your modem. And when you physically push that manually push that button, it sends the data into your computer at the time you push your button on the computer, and then it collects it automatically. So now we're hooked up to my net. So they're going to continue the setup, and this should make the computer fresh and new without anything else on it, and it'll operate much faster. But the things you need to do when this thing is up and running, number one is first go online and grab the app for Google, Chrome. And as soon as you do that, go to load your security software. I use AVG, so you load your security software right away. And this says, get the newest Windows features updates. It's ready for you to download and install. It's about 4 gigabytes and we'll download in the background. So let's go ahead and get that. That way we don't have to worry about it later. Now we go through all the legal mumbo jumbo. Okay, there's mumbo, there's jumbo, there's all kinds of that legally obligated stuff that they want to try to get out of in case of a lawsuit. Sign as well Microsoft. Now we go to next. Okay, all that security stuff. Okay, we're in like Flynn. Create a pen. Okay. What pen do I use? Oh, I know. Confirm pen. Okay. Link your phone. No. Next. Do it later. I don't have a phone to link. They don't know I live in a dead zone. Therefore, they don't know that I don't have a cell phone. They don't know that I can't receive text. There's a couple of social media platforms I can't sign on to because they insist on sending me text and verification. I can't use that platform because I don't have a cell phone to receive their text verifications. It's just, it's ridiculous. How could you assume that every single person on this planet owns a cell phone? I don't get it. Only save files to this PC. That's what I want. I don't want them on the cloud. No, I don't want home office. No, I do not want Cortana. She scares me. Speech recognition, turn off. Find my device, turn off. Inking and typing, turn off. Location, oh, definitely turn off. Diagnostic data, it's none of their business. And accept. Oh, is there any more? Yeah, hidden down below. Add ID, nope, don't want it. And tailored experience, no thank you. And accept. Almost done, we just need a few more things. Okay. Sometimes I think they're a little bit too nosy for my own good. I just like, for Pete's sake, I just want to navigate the web. It's a computer. They don't need to know everything about my life. You know what I'll do is I'll create a video on how to recover lost data. We'll make a file, we'll delete it, and then I'll show you step by step on how to recover lost data. Everybody does it accidentally. We're all human. Oh, look what we got. Oh, we don't want that. Welcome to Windows. Feedback. No thank you. Well, that concludes this episode on resetting a computer back to factory default settings, and then a little bit of additional information on what happens when you delete a file and how to recover it. I'll be creating a whole new video on thoroughly explaining that and showing you step by step on how to do that. So stay tuned for that video. You could do that by simply clicking that bell icon up there, and that will alert you to new videos as I upload them. And don't forget to check at the end of this video. There's a couple of links there for replacing the motherboard in your computer, and also replacing that cable that is malfunctioning and causing your screen to not appear once in a while. So that's it. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.